Good news, we've got 5 players in the Berkshire under-20s county squad, haven't we?
Yeah, we have. They've been training midweek for a few weeks, and then obviously they play their games after Christmas. We've got Josh Love, Tom Sanders, Tom Dyer. They've all been playing first team. And then Jacob Cobblestone and Rob Drysdale, who may figure this week actually in this week's team. So 4 of those guys are playing pretty senior rugby now. And Jacob is still a Colts. The others are now out of Colts. So he's doing well to get into that setup. And we saw him down at training last week. So hopefully we can start getting him some adult rugby. Just to toughen him up a little bit for under-20s rugby, really. Okay,
so well done, folks, for getting in those squads. So this
and
weekend,
we've also,
carry on.
2 guys who are also figuring in the Hampshire setup, and that is Sean, who played on the wing last week, and Alex Miller, who's away at university at the moment. Both of those are still Colts, so they're figuring in the Hampshire under-20 setup. So, we're certainly, we're still developing players who are turning the heads of their county team, so we're happy about that.
That's really good. So this weekend, are there any selection issues?
Yeah, loads. If there's anybody out there who's got a pair of boots and a clean towel, they'd just like to email me before Friday. And unfortunately that can't happen because they're not registered. We've struggled a bit this week. We've picked up a few injuries. Some of the injuries that we had a few weeks ago haven't cleared up. And then obviously picked up a couple last week, which hasn't helped, and we're just waiting for sort of injury status on those. Isaac hobbled off at half time with a swollen knee. He didn't train on Tuesday, but it looked like it might settle down. But I've had some communication from him, and he's not really happy about how it feels at the moment. So it may be that Isaac doesn't make muster. Paul Jones had to pull out of the team last week. And it sounds as if he might have a more serious injury to his thumb than there was originally thought. So Paul's not going to be available. He tried to train on Tuesday. He just cannot use his thumb at all, which is, you just can't play a game like rugby if you've got a thumb like that. And then with some unavailabilities, we're really sort of scraping around to get a team that we know can A, compete and B, registered. Greg Price went off at half time, so he comes all the way back from Australia, plays half a game, then gets injured and can't play for a few weeks. So that's a bit disappointing. Ash Taylor's been on holiday, and he will come off a plane on Saturday morning and play on Saturday afternoon. I mean, it's sort of old style rugby in that respect, but the situation demands that's how we've got to do it.
Okay, so is it 2 o'clock kickoff on?
It's a 2 o'clock kickoff up at Old Pat's at Cheltenham. We are taking a big coach, so if anybody who's watching this fancies coming along with the boys, we've picked we've gone for a bigger coach because obviously there's no other games being played this weekend. So the Stags and the A team have got a weekend off, and we've sort of let it know to the rest of the boys if they want to have a sort of an afternoon away supporting the first team, that would be good, and we'll make sure that there's enough room on the coach for them. But that obviously means that if there's any supporters out there that want to come along, then just get in touch with me. Probably best way is through on an email, and it's a simple one. It's just manager@newburyrfc.co.uk, and we'll fill the coach up and have a few supporters there. 2 o'clock kickoff, so it means we'll probably be back here for 6 o'clock. We won't rush away. We don't want to sort of not take advantage of their hospitality. But at the same time, people do want to get back, so we should be back here for 6 in some respects.
Okay, and it's more interesting than Christmas shopping, definitely.
Even when you're not winning, the return trip will be far better than any Christmas shopping you're doing.
That's a promise.
Yeah,
okay,
it is, yeah.
Thanks, Andy.
All right.